In times of crisis, your ability to quickly connect the dots between various data points can mean the difference between swiftly identifying a root cause or getting lost in an overwhelming sea of metrics. But data correlation goes beyond crisis management and can support better decision-making through better observability. Imagine you're investigating an incident related to a sudden CPU spike. Looking at CPU usage in isolation isn't enough. To understand what's really happening, you also need to correlate this data with memory usage, disk I/O, running processes, applications, and even recent system changes. This interconnected view forms the backbone of a well-designed monitoring system. By correlating different metrics, you uncover valuable insights into your system's behavior. You might notice, for example, that CPU spikes occur at specific times of the day, or that disk I/O surges when certain applications run. Recognizing these patterns not only improves reliability, but also informs smarter, data-driven decision-making over the long term. So how do you correlate data effectively? There are two main strategies. First, use dashboards to visualize multiple metrics at once. Second, apply tags and labels to group related data and systems together. So let me go through how to set up some of that data correlation with tagging. Datadog's tagging system is a game changer. By applying service and environment tags to your monitors, you can seamlessly link an APM service with its corresponding monitor. This connection allows you to track the status of your services directly from a service page or map, making it easy to assess the impact of an issue and respond with precision. By connecting the monitors and the services, you can now, from the APM service view, visualize all the monitors that are currently in alert and OK states. I can click on this information and have a panel menu that shows me which monitors are actually in alert. This information is also available in other places, such as the service map. Under APM and service map, I can see all of my deployed services. If one of the monitors associated to the services is in alert, a red circle will appear indicating an issue. In addition, looking at it as a whole helped me understand the impact of the incident. If I go back to my service front-end view and look at my monitors, you can see that these monitors have a few tags set. The ones that are important to make the connection between the service and the monitor are the tag service and the tag env for environment. You can achieve the same thing with synthetics. To do that on a synthetic test, the tags service and env have also to be set. Automatically, this test will be connected to the relevant services and generate all the relevant shortcuts and visual aid. Next, consider container tagging. With Datadog's unified service tagging, you can tag containers with essential labels. This creates automatic associations with the related services, environments, and versions. Such correlation is invaluable for troubleshooting. If a newly deployed service version starts impacting the underlying infrastructure, you'll be able to spot it immediately. Let me show you how powerful this is. Here I'm on the APM service page for my service called Frontend. We can see the red metrics related to my service and identify that I have a lot of errors at the moment. One approach would be to investigate the related APM traces themselves, but it would be handy to look at the logs. And because I connected the logs and traces, I can see all the related logs. If I want to focus on the logs, I can go to the Log Explorer, which brings me to the log part of the Datadog platform. In here you can see the filters are already set to my service. If I prefer to visualize them in the list format, we can untoggle the pattern button. Now all the logs are displayed based on their timestamp. Now if the investigation would start here, I can click on any of the logs, go to my service, and in here see directly the APM traces. With the trace being correlated, it gives more context of the dependencies. But also I can go back to see all my service data and go back to the original service page I started from. The correlation native to the platform helps to easily navigate between all the data being collected. It's also useful to connect the logs to the infrastructure itself. And so this time, if I go to the Kubernetes views, here I'm under the Infrastructure Kubernetes Explorer, I can see all the containers currently running on my small cluster, and I will check the same front-end container. Because the containers is also connected to the logs, it is also simple to see all the logs related to this container. If I select the past hour, all the recent logs appear. In addition, the Log Explorer is again one click away. If I go back to the Log Explorer and check the logs from the front-end app, a connection with the containers is made. This means that from here, a navigation is available to the related containers. So how did they achieve this magic? Well, it's very simple to connect most of the components together. You have to follow the unified service tagging. In my Kubernetes deployment file, I added some labels to add in a metadata deployments and at the template level. So that's the first thing, and this will connect the container to your API metrics. But also, if you want to connect the log to your services, here is the parameter you need to fill up. As you can see here, I filled up the service with the name of my service, here front end. With such simple setup, all the connection is then available in Datadog, allowing infinite navigation between sources. Most correlations in Datadog rely on just 3 key tags: env, service, and version. This consistency ensures that even products like Synthetics and DBM integrate natively, enhancing your platform's overall visibility. We just demonstrated a few examples where the data can be correlated. This is often an initial effort to set the right automation, but it pays off in the long term. By effectively applying tagging and correlation strategies, you build a robust monitoring system, one that connects metrics, services, and infrastructure seamlessly. Whether you're investigating a critical incident or making long-term, data-driven decisions, correlating your data is the key to swift, informed action. Ready to take control of your Datadog data and optimize your system's performance? Subscribe to app.dataiker.com and let Dataiker guide you step by step in pinpointing issues and driving continuous improvement. Start using Dataiker today and unlock a clearer path to better performance.